That is Molly's breakfast. She likes the chocolate O's with no milk in a bowl with a spoon. Apparently that's something she gets from her mother. Good morning, my name is Richard Lannen, rhymes with Cannon. Now you may have noticed I am wearing a running t-shirt. Don't be fooled, I put it on. Thought I'd be able to get up for a run this morning, but I don't feel 100%. Definitely don't feel right. So I'm trying to reserve my energy a little bit because today I have 3 appointments. One is about 10 o'clock. The other 2 are in the evening, so I've got to go the whole day. And Sophie doesn't actually know yet that I have 2 very late appointments. One is at 5:30 and one is at 7:30. I know. Strictly speaking, I don't have any. We don't have working hours. There's no set time, so I tend to just, within reason, do whatever suits your customer. That's how it sort of is set out. So, but considering I don't really talk to people, I refuse to call people after 8 o'clock. It's a very good chance I'll be in there till way after 8 o'clock. So I am just about to have another coffee. I've checked my emails, I've edited, and emails weren't too bad actually. It's expecting worse considering I wasn't in yesterday at all. Today I will try and do a bit more of my usual extra shots to make it more of a... Also the car mount hasn't really worked, so I'm going with plan B on that one. I wanted a sort of an easy way to fix it into the cars, which makes it very quick and easy to drop the camera into something that I can then just move it around without having to set it up every time. One thing you find when you start daily vlogging, which if you started, you'll soon know, is that your whole day takes a little bit longer when you start trying to film shots. So any sort of spaces that you can, well, save time helps. So for example, me saving time dropping the camera into a fixed point in the car means that I've got more time to run out and get the establishing shot of me pulling up, pulling away, doing that kind of thing, rather than trying to do both. And yeah, you can do it, but it just takes longer. Welcome to the vlog. I may have forgotten to put the dishwasher on last night. Sophie is now awake. I've told her about the appointment. She's fine. She did feel a little bit ill last night, so I was just checking to see if she was okay before taking her a drink. But she said she feels okay. So I'll just take her up a coffee. Then I need to get ready and go.
I told Leo it was nighttime Halloween. Oh, Pepper! Oh, it's boy for you.
Hello?
It's Daddy Dog. It's Daddy Dog.
I get phone calls at all times of the morning. Okay, I've just stopped to look up the address of a customer that I need to go and take a photo of their front door so that I can superimpose on a couple of designs. And you'll notice that I'm looking at the camera, I'm pulled over, I am stopped. Can you tell I had a chat with our police officer friend yesterday, who's no longer a police officer, but she did give me some advice to say, probably shouldn't be looking at the camera that much while driving. Also, Sophie hates it. Really, it's no different to talking to someone else in the car. I still do the same thing. I find it really hard to talk to people in the car because I find it rude unless I'm looking at them. You need to look them in the eye, which is really hard to do without crashing. So I've stopped, I'm recording, okay at red lights, things like that, but generally I'll have to keep looking at the road. And also another thing I noticed, these sunglasses do not actually hide my eyes. When the sun is on them, you can quite clearly see where I'm looking. So should probably get mirrored or something, but I told you before, they're prescription. I am not changing them. Yes.
Start route guidance.
And we are off, looking forward, and we're away. How I got this job is a bit of a tale. So, as I said in my first vlog, I work for my family's double glazing company. So my dad and uncle set up the company in 1981 and I was born in 1987. You do the maths. So what happened is, ever since I was a kid, I always said I work for my dad. That was just something that was always in the back of my mind. And it all began, I worked in the factory. So in my school, when I was at school, I would work in the holidays in the factory. Dad and John built a factory right next to where the office is, which is just very, very not far away. And I used to ride to the factory every Saturday. And I think the main job that I was set to do, I cut the reinforcing metal, which was steel and aluminium. So depending on the material would depend on how long it took. So I did that for a bit. Then as I got a little bit older, I had an evening job packing SIM cards for this the credit card company that also made SIM cards, and I did that in the evenings, and then I moved into my sixth form days. I actually worked at a rubber factory. Not like that. We made little tiny flaps for inhalers that were all exported to America. I never actually saw one finish, so I didn't know what it actually did. But that was a good job. I worked with Big Pete on that place, and it was great just having Pete there. And we used to sing and just headphones on, just crack on with the work. It was good. You get your head down and the aim was to cut as many flaps as possible. I think I'll move inside now. I'm here. So rather annoyingly, I've managed to leave my spare batteries at home. So I am relying on, this one's got 2 bars, and I need to take a photo, try and squeeze a time lapse in of some sort, and that will get me, probably if I can survive that long, I will finish off the story as soon as I can. So the battery did die on the camera. I've now popped in, I've had my first evening appointment. I popped in to check on the girls, but they aren't actually here at the moment. So just put a new battery in, obviously. Actually, the card was full as well, so I was out on 2, but I had cards with me. I didn't have batteries with me. So off to appointment number 2. Right, I am now back from my appointment. So to continue the story, after the rubber factory, moved on to a full-time apprenticeship, IT apprenticeship it was called Oberthur Card Systems then. And I stayed there for a couple of years, moved into the computer room in year 3. And then after that, my dad offered me a job in the servicing department. So we carry out a check every year of the items we've installed, and it was great. I literally could visit anywhere between 3 to 13 or 14, I think was the most houses I went to in a day, to service any number of items, from one item up to a whole house full, 2 houses in some cases. And it was really good. You get to know people, customers, and since I started in that sort of area, I know the products very well. I can repair items, so when you look at it from a sales point of view, it's very nice to have the ability to say you do not need to change that, it can be repaired, and then explain how or why, or it's a nice thing to have. But it's through experience, time serves experience. And then eventually, nice coffee. Got a little bit of a cough. Sales is basically just another, just the next step. I'd never call it a promotion. I call it a side step. When you work for a family business, you don't do a job for titles and trying to be something, or, you know, it's nothing to do with that. You just do whatever you got to do. So I'm now a sales consultant. My job basically is to help people decide, firstly, show them the options that they have available, and then two, help them narrow down the options to find the right products for their home. And I've said this before, probably in a vlog, that sometimes it's very, very rare, but if we don't have the product, we would be honest and say we wouldn't sell them something they didn't need. Luckily, because we've got quite an extensive range of products, that's very rare. If something isn't feasible, it's probably related to budget rather than anything else. Anything is possible, it just has to be feasible. So for the last 4 or 5 years, I have worked in sales. And no 2 days are the same, which is why a vlog is quite handy. One, it helps me remember, and two, I get to see all your lovely smiling faces. So I am going to bed. It's getting quite late. I hope you've had a good day. If you haven't, let me know in the comments and we can have a chat. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, click the bell, do the, you know what to do. Until next time.